Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video tutorial we are going to solve how to simplify radicals. Okay, so in this episode we are going to practice with questions. Okay, so as we can see we have listed 5 questions below here. So we are going to practice how to solve these questions. Okay, so now don't have to waste your time. Let's get started. As we can see, we have question A here. So for adding and subtracting radicals, so it's easy, right? The things that you have to know, we have the same radicals, which is square root of 2. Here is also square root of 2. So now we can work it out from left to right. Do you know why we have to work it out from left to right? Because we have the same residence, which is plus here, and minus here. So which is the same residence. For the rule of operations, we have to work it from left to right. Okay, so then now we have to add the number in front of the radicals. Here we have 2 plus 3, so that will be equal to 5. So then let's put 5 square root of 2. Okay, so then now we have to subtract by 5 square root of 2 and then add with square root of 2 here. Okay, so as we can see we have here is the same. When we subtract together we can cancel it out, so the answer would be square root of 2 here. Okay, so now finally we have found the answer for A. Okay, so then let's move forward. Now we have to solve question B here. Alright, so it is the same radicals, so we have the same square root of 3 here. Okay, so what we have to do, we just add the number in front of the radical here. So we have 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1 square root of 3. 1 square root of 3. So 1, we don't have to write it. It is not necessary, okay? So let's just remove it away, alright? Okay, so then now we have to add these two terms again. Alright, then now we can see that we have square root of 3 plus square root of 3, which is equal to 2 square root of 3, and then 2 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 3, that will be equal to 0. Alright, so that will be 0 is the answer for B. Okay, now we have already solved 2 questions. The first 2 questions is very easy, right? So the next will be a little bit harder. So as we can see, we have question C, which is equal to 7 square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 5, and then minus 3 square root of 3, and then plus 5 square root of 5. So this, as we can see, we doesn't have the same radical. So we have square root of 3 and here is square root of 5. And here we have square root of 3 and then here is square root of 5. So what we can do here, we can group the same radicals here and here's with this one. Okay, so because we have the same radicals, they are good friends. So like here we put this into one with this one. All right, okay, so then we group this one. All right, so then that will be plus, and then we put this one with this one. Okay, so now as we can see here, we have group the same radicals already. So what we can do, we can subtract these two terms. So as we can see, we have 7 and minus 3 here, which is equal to 4. So that will be here is equal to 4 square root of 3. Okay, and then for here we have the same radical as well, which is square root of 5 and square root of 5 here. So we can add the number in front of the radicals, which is 4 plus 5 equal to 9. So that will be equal to 9 square root of 5. Okay, so now the answer for here, we cannot add this with this one. So then what we can see that we have 4 square root of 3 and then plus, which is with this one, we just delete the bracket. Okay, so that is the answer for C. Alright, now we finally have solved 3 questions. So let's move on to the next question, everyone. So D equal to square root of 8 minus square root of 27 and then plus square root of 18 and then minus square root of 12. Alright, so these questions is gonna be a little bit harder, but if you already know how to simplify the radicals, so then let's simplify each radicals here. As we can see, we have square root of 8 here, square root of 8 which is equal to square root of 4 times with 2. And as you already know, square root of 4 which is equal to 2, right? Or 4 you could be written as 2 square here, and then 2 square can simplify with the square root. It will give us 2 square root of 2. So here could be written as 2 square root of 2. Okay, so that means square root of 8 which is equal to 2 square root of 2 and then minus. So for here, as we can see, which is square root of 27. So now we also have to simplify this square root. So 27 could be written as 9 times with 3. Okay, so 9 could be written as 3 square. And 3 square simplify with the square root. So this one could be written as 3 square root of 3. Okay, so and then plus with square root of 18. Okay, so square root of 18 could be written as square root of 9 times 2. Okay, and 9 which is equal to 3 square. 3 square here could be simplified square with the square root. Yeah, so we can write this one which is equal to 3 square root of 2. Alright, so then minus here. So when we minus square root of 12, so we have to simplify this radical as well. So then as we can see, 12 could be written as 4 times 3. So then now let's put this one, it's gonna be equal to 2 square root of 3. If we already know this kind of questions and you know how to simplify radical already, so we don't have to spend so much time to do this. We just keep moving forward and step forward a little bit faster. Alright, so now as we can see, we have this one can be added with this one, and this one can be subtract by this one. Alright, so then let's move this one closer to this one, so I can just move it, so then we can move it here. Yeah, okay, so now we can add these together. So 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5, so that will be equal to 5 square root of 2. So this one equal to 5 square root of 2. And what about this one? So this one, if we just take the minus out of bracket, so this sign gonna change, right? So now we can add these two terms. So we can add 3 with 2 here, which is gonna give us 5 square root of 3 here. So that will be 5 square root of 3. Okay, so then we can just delete the bracket, so like this. Okay, so now we got these two terms left, so we cannot subtract it together. That will be the answer for D. Okay, so now we are going to solve the last question together, and this gonna be a little bit harder, so let's get detail for this solution. So okay, then we have 2 times with square root of 20, so we have to simplify the square root of 20. So now we got 2, and then square root of 20 could be written as 4 times 5. Okay, and then minus 3. So then square root of 14 here, 14 could be written as 4 times 7, and then plus. So then square root of 45. Square root of 45 could be written as 9 times 5. And then minus. So then 3 square root of 63. 63 could be written as 9 times 7. Okay, so now we have make this number into two common factor, and this number also into two common factors. Alright, so now we can simplify this radical. So then next equal to, so 2, then 4 will give us 2, so that will be 2 times 2, and then square root of 5 minus, so then 3 here, so 4 here, when we simplify with the radical, it gives us equal to 2, so that will be 3 times 2 square root of 7, and then plus. So 9 will give us 3, so that will be 3 square root of 5, and then minus. So we have 3 here, so 9 under the square root here can give us 3, that will be 3 times 3, and then square root of 7. Okay, now let's moving forward everyone. So we have 2 times 2, which is equal to 4, that will be 4 square root of 5, and then minus. We have 3 times 2, which is equal to 6 square root of 7, and then plus. Here we just keep still the same, and then here we have minus 9 square root of 7. Okay, so then now as we can see, we have this is the same radical with this one, so we can take it into group. So we get 4 square root of 5, and then group with this one, which is 3 square root of 5. So when we group this together, we can adding it together because we have the same radical, which is square root of 5. Yeah, okay, so then we take minus 6 square root of 7 close to 9 square root of 7. Okay, so then equal to, so this one, when we group together, we got 4 plus 3, which is equal to 7 square root of 5, and then minus. So here we have, so minus 6 and minus 9, it gives us minus 15, and then square root of 7. Okay, so these two terms cannot subtract together because it has different radicals. We can only add or subtract the same radicals. Okay, so that is the answer for E. Okay, so finally we have solved all the questions. I hope you enjoy watching this video, And if you think this video is useful, please don't forget to subscribe this channel and put the bell ring to get all the latest notifications when I uploaded my latest videos. Okay, and goodbye, see you in the next video.